God's gonna strike you down if you don't watch the rest of this video. Yeah, you better watch the rest of this video. Welcome to the 365 vlog. Let's go. So hello people, today is October 12th, 2016, day 287 of the 365 vlog, and we're gonna talk about people on the subway. One of the things that you will see in New York City as being a New Yorker are people who come on the subway. So they are to varying different degrees, these people who come on the train. You have the people who are homeless or without money or need of help asking for change. You have the people who are coming on with a hustle, trying to sell you candy or trying to dance or display a talent. Those are the talenters. And then you have the people who come on talking about religious things. And then I don't know who else you have. I may have missed someone, but those are the kind of people that you may see on the train that come through the carts with a story, usually a sad one, or some type of agenda to go on. Especially the Showtime people. They always will be there, especially in the summer. So to get to the point, today I saw like a religious person on the train. He was preaching his religion, he was talking about God and whatever else they usually talk about when they're on the train, spitting the word or whatever they want to. And the train hadn't left yet. I had been to school, I forget why I was there, but I'd gotten the train and I needed to go somewhere. And if you're a New Yorker, or maybe even if you're a tourist, one of the things you tend to do, maybe if you're a tourist, you don't really know what's going on, so you try to tend to just even figure out where you're going, let alone try and focus on the man who's talking about his religion. And if you're a New Yorker, usually you just like tune him out and try and think about your own thing, because it's gonna happen all the time, at least most of the time. Someone will be on the train who will talk anything. You just gotta do your best to go on with your day. You can't really let the little things get in your way. But this one dude wanted to take it a bit too far, and I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to decide whether or not you think it was too much. But this man thought that he needed to take this man off of the train, so he physically put his hands on him, took him and shoved him out of the train, and the man would not leave the train, so he put his foot by the door, stopping the doors from closing so the train wouldn't move, and the man kept pushing him and shoving him. The other man didn't retaliate or anything. The man was talking about the word of God. He was all okay. This other man seemed really bothered by it. I guess he had the devil in him or some shit. So this man gets really agitated and he starts pushing the preacher man really out of the train. He pushed him all the way really hard and aggressively, and then they started getting to it. I thought they were gonna fight at one point, the way it was getting like really bad. Now, was the man who's talking about his religion way too much on the subway annoying? Yes, I didn't really want to have to be forced to hear what he has to say. Should the man have put his hands on him? I definitely don't think he should have. There's even another instance where I've had like a similar confrontation of something like that, and it was late at night when some man, this is another instance of someone who comes on the train, and I guess it's the mentally ill, who aren't people who are asking for change or anything. They just, something is wrong with them. But let's get back to the story. Man looked like he just came from the hospital or something. I was on the F train and it was late at night and the train was pretty full, and there was a lady standing in the middle of somewhere, and I think the guy was looking at her, the guy who had just came from the hospital, and one of the dudes had called him out on it, and they were staring at each other, and then I think they like took it out of the train and they were about to start fighting or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, really? Because I was a little bit worried about this guy too. He looked a little bit, I guess, suspect, so I wasn't sure what to think of him, so I moved away and I just looked at the confrontation happen. And man, being on the subway in New York City is something. You gotta make sure that you're also really aware of what's going on at all times. In each instance, I didn't really feel like it was my need or my place to actually step in and do anything. But I mean, if you feel like you're that kind of person, definitely do so, but do so at discretion and make sure that you're putting your safety first, because I think that's what matters, but also looking out for your fellow New Yorker, which I guess in the first case, I don't know why that man was so disturbed by the man who was talking about his religion. I don't know. I'm going to talk more about like the subway etiquette or like things that go on the subway and weird stories that I see, because I find them to be very interesting. And should have that other man intervened? I wonder. I don't know. These are some things that I think about, and these are some of the questions that I have for you guys, and if you put them in the comment section down below, I'd love to hear what you have to say. But that's pretty much all I have for you today, guys, in terms of story. And if you made it to the end, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe for more. And don't forget that question, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below about any of the stories I said today. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I'm Vandal. Don't forget to keep it 365, and I will talk to you next time with another video. Peace. Boy. Follows 3 racist convicts as they escape prison and they torture a black preacher's family for a whole movie. I can see why they probably wouldn't do that, because that happens in a lot of horror movies today, and I don't think that shit would fly today.